Hello everybody and welcome back to Fable. It's been a long time since we've been at the Spire, and it is our hero's return to Albion after that long period of time. Went ahead and did a little bit of a wardrobe change so I don't look like a guard when I go to greet my family and my friends. So I'm going to use this episode to go and meet with the people that we left behind when we went to the Spire. So my family, we're going to go meet with Hammer, and I do plan to also go and see Barnum. So I think I'm going to actually go and I'm going to see Hammer first. As you can see here on the quest log, there's also some old quests, some new quests, and things like that. So we'll have to go and we'll take care of those later. But for now, we're going to go to Rookridge, which is an entire new place. This place has changed as well. This is where we fought Dash forever ago. This place was a dump, was taken over by bandits, but here's Hammer, and she's exactly the same as she was when we left.
It is you! You old bastard! Man, you look good considering. I can't believe it. You're really here.
And she's even bigger than us still, after all we've been through. I always think my character looks tall, and then I look at Hammer and I realize that I'm not tall at all.
Took your sweet time, all right, but you did it.
My grandma was a farmer.
So what was it like in there? As horrible as I imagined? Well, never mind, I'll find out soon enough myself. We're back in business! Why am I keeping you here? You should be seeing your wife. And your baby.
I cannot even believe our child has grown up and we completely missed out. It's so depressing.
You might have some information on, you know, our number 3. You should go. You have things to do, people to see. As soon as I have anything we can use, I'll head back to the guild and Teresa will call you. Oh, and welcome back. I missed you.
Aw, Hammer's so sweet. The reason I went to go see her first is that you have a certain amount of time before you're able to carry on with the story. The game allows you to go through and do a couple of things, and then Teresa will eventually call you back to the guild once Hammer has found some more information. So I always go see Hammer first so that the game has some time to kind of auto do that, I guess. I don't really know if it's real time or if it's Fable time that it does that, but it just randomly will tell you to go back to the guild. Also Hobbs. There weren't Hobbs here before, I don't think, so that's random. I guess I'll defeat them for some experience. I'll need to start working on that too, all this experience that I lost at the Spire, that I had to give up for my morale, for my disobedience. I think that's all of them. Yes? Yes. Okay, so after that little interruption, I think I'm ready to move on to the next thing on the list. I think it's due time to go and see my family. Like Hammer said, my son has grown up. My wife hasn't seen me in almost 10 years. I hope she's stayed faithful and she'll be happy to see me. And we left my wife in Bowerstone, and as you can see, Hammer's already magically learned all this stuff that she needed some time to learn. It must go by Fable time, because it took me a while to fast travel here. But anyways, here's my family.
Oh, you're back. I thought you were dead.
Just like I left her. Didn't age one bit in 10 years, but yet my son aged a whole bunch.
I've got someone
I guess that's good.
important for you to meet.
And I would say hello to my son, but she's literally like materialized into him. They're like fused together. Kinda ruins the moment, honestly.
It's very nice to meet you. Mom says you're a hero.
But he seems very ecstatic to see us. It makes you feel really bad that you weren't there for like his whole life. It's kind of depressing when you think about it. But as soon as you get back, your child will automatically age 10 years from when you left.
Yes, darling. Stay with us a while. Don't leave us again so soon.
And your spouse will be there, so that's kind of interesting. They don't divorce you even if you hadn't seen them in 10 years, so... As you can see, my son is exactly the same. He has the same personality type. I don't think that changed. He was childish, virtuous, and serious last time I checked. And his opinion of us is pretty neutral, considering we completely missed like 10 years of his life. I guess we'll have to make up for it. I'll have to like shower him with gifts and things like that. You can actually come back and visit your child every once in a while, and they'll say different kind of things. Like, oh, how have you been, Dad? And have you been fighting monsters and things like that. So we'll come and we'll check on my family from time to time. But I'm just going to sit here now and I'm going to kind of interact with them and make sure to kind of make them happy. You know, make my little visit to them worthwhile, seeing as how I've been gone so long. So that when I leave, again, they're not going to be too upset with me. Unfortunately, flirting with my wife makes my son all upset and uncomfortable. I guess I can see why, but... I'm trying to mac on your mother. Relax, buddy. You'll understand in like 5 years when you get interested in girls. And then you won't really say this isn't my cup of tea.
You always do great stuff.
So, you know, considering that I left them, I think I left them with a pretty nice house, except for that the wallpaper needs to be replaced, like, super bad. But, you know, I left them with some nice furniture, and I left them with a lot of money and things like that. And, you know, what else am I supposed to do? I'm a hero. I mean, I feel bad for leaving, but I got a world to save, and I'm really sorry. It does make you feel really bad that you have this family that you can't commit to, but that's what you get when you marry a hero, I guess, and, you know, that's just the way it goes. So, like I said, I'm going to periodically check in with my family from time to time, and we're going to see how they are. Next thing on the list, I could go and I could see Teresa, but I think I'll save that. And I think I'm going to go and I'm going to pay Barnum a visit, because we have some unfinished business with him as well. If you remember, we went and we spoke to him before we went to the Spire, so we need to speak to him after we've gone back. And he has actually put our money to good use. As soon as you walk into Westcliffe, you'll see a difference. Westcliffe before was just the Crucible. It was pretty dark and desolate, and not a lot of people lived here. There was no stalls, nothing. This place is hustling and bustling, and this is a city. So Barnum, for once in his life, actually has good luck and has turned this place into something completely and utterly different. So I bet you weren't expecting a whole new town to rise up as soon as you entered Westcliffe, but it's true, and it's really cool, actually, so it's nice to see that Barnum is doing well.
Well, if it is my old business partner. I never thought I'd see you again. What a wonderful surprise. And you couldn't have come at a better moment. Have you ever seen such a marvelous transformation? Family enjoying wholesome fun.
And I mean, this place was pretty poor when we got here. The people were kind of rough looking and things like that. But yeah, there's lots of buildings, there's shops, the people actually look nice. The Crucible's still here too, so good on you, Barnum.
You've probably noticed I've done a fair bit of changing myself. I'm free from the shackles of that ridiculous thesaurus, from the temple of business and yodeling.
Barnum really made something of himself.
Now. But enough of that. I have a very healthy sum of gold for you here. Your investment plus 10 years of interest and my heart.
And we get lots of money for this too, it sounds like, which is even better.
It's time I found new pastures, new ventures. The world is my bivalve mollusk.
Alright, so
good farewellization.
Thanks to Barnum's good luck, we actually get the renown for this quest after you come back from the Spire. So you give him the 5,000 gold before you go, you come back, he builds a town in 10 years, which is super cool. You get the renown, and then you also get $10,000 profit, which isn't too shabby if I do say so myself. So, like I said when I gave Barnum the gold, that quest is definitely worth doing, in my books anyways. I've always done it, and if you don't do it, just so you're aware, Westcliffe just doesn't happen. It's just not a place, so it would look the exact same as if it would before you left for the Spire. So you don't want to miss out on that opportunity to have a whole new town. I think that's pretty cool. So now I'm just going to kind of go around and look at New Westcliffe. There's still a couple of things that are the same. Barnum had mentioned that the Crucible is still here, so you can actually go back to the Crucible if you want, and you can go through it again and try to beat some timed record sort of things. You can go back through that area where we fought the White Balverine. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can if you want, over by the Bandit Coast. The shooting range, I think, is still here too, because it allows you to get a couple of hero dolls and the best weapon in the game as well, in terms of, I think it's a bow you get. So I don't think they take that out of the game, so the shooting range is still here, but as you can see, shops have opened up, which is really cool. You have the vendors, just like a Bowerstone has, Bowerstone Market. You've got a couple of big shops as well. There's an inn, I think, an inn/bar. There's also a general goods store. You don't see a lot of these. I think there's one in Bowerstone, which nobody ever really goes to. They just sell things like gifts, condoms, autograph cards, mostly gifts. And then there's a couple of dyes and just random things. But it's kind of interesting that they've got a general store if you need it. I think it's a really good store to pick up gifts for your kids, I find. And I think the beach is still the same. Don't think anything really changed down there. But yeah, there's even like guards in this place. You can see the guards are patrolling, which is pretty cool because it definitely wasn't like that before. So, way to go, Barnum. You certainly made something out of yourself. We'll have to come back to Westcliffe later on, and we'll look more into the shops in detail and get some more chests and things like that. But I think for now that's a pretty good showing of Westcliffe, and you know, reuniting with people that we left behind. So it's kind of a heartfelt reunion sort of video. And in the next episode we will most likely go and visit Teresa, go see what it is we need to do to get our third hero. I'm going to bring in some co-op stuff again, and we're going to continue on with the story and do some side quests on the side. So thanks for watching, everybody.